Hello guys, so I'm gonna do a quick video to show the change we made on a certain node. There was a lot of different behavior that might affect what you guys have already created. So I just want you to understand a little bit better what have been changed and how it might affect what you have created. Okay, so it's a node that had been bugged for a while. It was working, but it was not perfectly working. The node in question is, let me go there. So the node in question is change entity skin. Okay, so that node here is a node that allow you to set object on your character, and it always been working, but in a way that it was not super intuitive and it was a bit weird. Like by example, if you put a temporary skin and you try to change it on your character, I think it will like do a full copy of what you are right now, what you have, and it will be stuck like this, and every time you would try to change a thing it will redo a copy and it will continue. So it was working, but when you were really starting to use it, it was very confusing and it do very weird behavior. So the entire node have been completely reworking, and I'm gonna show what exactly what it does now. Okay, so when you have the node, you choose between permanent, temporary. I'm gonna start with temporary. And if I go here, like for example, helmet, I'm gonna have the ability to change my helmet by something else. And I'm gonna put like a sword so we can see exactly what the hell is going on. Okay, so what is important to understand with the game is you have three kind of inventory. You have the inventory itself, the equipment inventory. You have the permanent inventory, and you also have the temporary inventory. Okay, so one of them is every time you equip an item into your equipment, you're gonna see it on your character. Okay, you see right now, I'm putting this, I'm changing my helmet. Okay, and then you have the permanent stock that you can put on your character, and you also have the temporary one that is gonna override both of them. Okay, so right now, if I go into my blueprint and I change for the change entity skin, and I go to temporary, and I change my helmet to 1911, which is the stone sword. I'm gonna change it. Let's reload. And what it does now is, even if I have a helmet equipped on my character, it's gonna change the helmet on my head. Okay. And like I said previously, you had the ability to do exactly this. But what I've changed now is you can apply multiple temporary skin over each other to have the ability to change one single item. Because in the past, I will apply a temporary, and if I would try to change, like example, my right hand, left hand slot, I will be stuck with this like duplication of my skin. And now the cool thing about it is you still have access to every other slot. They are still functioning the way they are intended to work, but you can change one single slot with your character. Okay, so if I go here, I can also apply multiple temporary skins. So if I go, let's say for example, right hand, and I change it for the stone sword too, I go into the game, reload, and as you can see right now, I have also the helmet and the right hand with my sword. Okay. Sorry. And also, if you check here and I go with destroy temporary skin, okay, so what it's gonna do is now I still have full access to my character to change the stuff, but if I change now, I can revert back to the previous skin, or I can also use channel entity skin. So let me just maybe change my sword, and you can also use -1 to remove a single slot. So yeah, if I have multiple temporary skin on my character, I can also remove exactly the slot that I want to remove from the temporary fixture. Okay, so you see here, and now did it work right? And did I make a mistake? Okay, there you go. I don't know what. But so as you can see, you can change your inventory. You can literally change what you want. Okay. Keep in mind that the temporary skin is temporary, so reloading your character is gonna remove it, or changing map is gonna remove it. So let's do an example so you guys can see. If I go here, you see I have my stone sword. I go to world. As you can see right now, I don't have anymore the sword, and as you can see, is there. Okay. So now what I've also been different is permanent was also a little bit weird to use, and we made some change to it. So what it does exactly is, if I go maybe for the base, change for maybe the sword right now. I go there. So what does permanent? It's gonna register the thing inside your character. Okay, so if I go here and I add the sword, you see right now that my sword is inside my base. But the difference now is if I change map, well, and I return back to my map, the thing is still there. Load, unload, whatever, it's permanently inside your character. So if you want to do some cosmetic that the player can equip, unequip, whatever, this is the place that you want to equip. But permanent has, I don't want to say a weakness or something, but it is very important to understand that all the black section on your character are not linked to the inventory. Only these 6-1 in red, and we put them this time in red to help a little bit to understand. Is, by example, if I want to permanently overwrite my helmet, okay, here, and let me reload, and you see right now I have override the helmet, but we made an exception. If you use permanent on one of the red one, we're gonna just apply a temporary one. The reason for that is because the permanent can override the inventory slot, because the inventory slot is on itself a slot for the inventory. So if it's a temporary, it's a visual, this is not a problem. But if some people start to override the inventory slot, this is gonna be a problem for other reason and stuff like this. So one of the fix we done is now if you use a permanent on one of the inventory slots, it's just gonna put a temporary one. Okay, so as a player, you might not see exactly the issue, but if you start to realize like what the hell is going on with my character, stuff is changing, your character is gonna lose its property. But if you want to apply, let's say by example, the helmet that you want to put on the head of the player, you have the ability to change for the horn, the ear, and you can use other slots to be added to something. But because these slots are used for the inventory of the character, it is very important we do not allow to permanently override these slots. Okay. Same as temporary, you can also put -1 to free the slot on it. So you see here, I can press 1, and now you see I'm back with my helmet because the order that I have is inventory. So I have the helmet, then I have permanent, which now we just remove, and after that I have temporary, which is empty and doesn't have anything. So now you can see my helmet. You can change also the base. There we go. Okay, it worked. Good. So now another thing that we added also to is the ability to change cloth on your character. Okay. So this feature here, in maybe like 4 years ago, the skin system was not exactly as the same. It was a lot less elaborated. You had the ability to apply temporary skin on character and stuff like this. Since we done like the full system where you can change your clothing, you can equip your t-shirt, you have boots, you know, player can mix match their skin and their order. It was very complicated to have this kind of temporary skin, and it was a big issue for us since these skins are generated on the server. So today what we come with ID is, instead of having the ability to create from thin air these very specific skin, what we come up with is you have the ability to use someone else's skin on your character. Okay, so if in eventuality like you want to change your character, you can use a someone player skin, or you can simply create more NPC and have all your variety. So in a way, you are gonna pre-generated your skin, and you will have the ability to apply to them to their character. Okay, so let me show you how it works. So here in template entity, you use the name of the player that you want to change, and you simply connect it, go, and now as you can see, I can use link updated skin on my character, and whatever skin that you want to do, you can just apply it to it. Okay. This works exactly as a temporary skin object. So if you change map, you log in or whatever, it's going to be very temporary. But the real use about this is you will have the ability to create NPC or have some randomize into your skin in the case that you want to do whatever city or something like this. So let me show you a cool random array. So by example here I have my array, can go with the name of the player I want the skin, this and this. Okay. And what it's gonna do is every time I'm using the thing, I'm gonna be able to have a randomized skin on it here. So just create your NPC that you want and configure them with the skin that you like, and from there you can just create. In the future we'll probably have a more deeper system that will allow you to customize each slot and have the ability to generate different skin on the fly, like changing only the t-shirt and stuff like this. But for the moment I think it's gonna be a good improvement on your creation, and this is gonna allow also to have all kind of cool creation for game mode and stuff like this. So yeah, and like I said, I'm just making this video because the change identity skin has had some flaw in the beginning, and now we improve it a lot, but it might have some difference on how it was working before. Or maybe you didn't realize you were doing some stuff for emote, and without realizing, your character was losing some part of his skin, and it was just excellent for what you were doing. So just double check your stuff, make sure that we didn't break anything. We are going to push probably this later on when everything is ready on your side. But this is gonna have some impact on the stuff you have done. So perfect. So take care, guys.